Morning. How's everybody doing? Haven't had a chat in a little bit. Figure I'd hop on and say hello this morning. Give myself some motivation to wake up. And I don't really do any work on the weekends, so I can't promise that you all will see me publicly on my other channel, but at least I want to get some content rolling on this channel. A lot of shifts have been happening in my life lately. Got a few people tuned in now. Hello, Jackie, what's happening? What's up, y'all? I figured I would say hello this morning. A lot of shifts and changes have been happening. Like, it's more internal, though. It's more like internal and vibrational. And a lot of it is self-induced. I think I told a lot of you, I signed up with a personal trainer at the gym. And this dude has been working my ass off, y'all. I had no idea how many calories you could burn in 20, 30 minutes. But this dude, the cool thing about it is, I think I told, some of y'all saw me post about this on Facebook, that when I first signed up with the guy, I sit down and I'm talking to him, and I don't remember the exact dialogue of the conversation, but a couple of small things were said back and forth to where we both kind of like, you know, when two awakened people are talking, the light bulb comes on. It's like, oh, I see you, you know? And he felt comfortable to go ahead and open up and start talking about the way he approaches fitness from a manifestation and vibrational point of view. And I'm like, dude, this is my personal trainer? Hell yeah, man, I'm gonna learn so much. And we started off kind of easy the first couple weeks. It was mainly about like mobility and how to get your body to move right and shit like that. And here over the past I want to say week, especially yesterday, man, Fridays, he likes to high intensity, you know? So I go into the gym. Well, now I changed my schedule. It's 4 days a week now. And from 2:30 to 3. And he takes me back into the yoga room, and he's like, all right, now this is what we're going to do. And he will work my ass off, dude. And I mean, if I had to guess, I would say I'm in like 20, 30 minutes burning like 500, 600, 700 calories. And I can't move. I can barely walk back to my car. Dude, I'm telling you, man. So this morning, my whole body is like on fire. On fire, dude. And it's kind of good. You know how people talk about getting addicted to that workout feeling? I haven't found that yet. I'm looking forward. I mean, don't get me wrong. Afterwards, after, you know, the workout's done and I feel my whole body just like it just feels like somebody poured gasoline on me and lit me on fire. Then that kind of starts to feel good. You know, I'm like, yes, I accomplished something. But during, oh no. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. You know what I mean? But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a big... I don't know, you don't want to because I know so much about manifestation when it comes to other things, but when it comes to my own body, I'm clueless, you know? I'm an Aquarius, you know? I live up in my head. I'm kind of disconnected from my body. So I kind of fail to pay attention to what my body's telling me a lot. Now I'm kind of being forced to pay attention to it, you know? And so I don't want to say that I just want to be the type of person that wants to see the results right away, you know? But the process is very, very interesting. I already feel like my body moves and functions differently now. My posture's different. You know, you would be surprised, man. I never knew how important, how our bodies stop moving and functioning, you know, as we grow up and we get older and stuff like that, and we get kind of wired into the system of doing things, and how our bodies just stop functioning the way they're supposed to. And just the littlest simple movements, like I'll go in and he'll be like, all right, so we're going to practice this little movement. And it's just like a movement, just a simple little movement. And it just lights like my my hip and my leg and my back on fire, and I'm pouring sweat just with a simple little movement, you know? And it's like, whew, man, this is one hell of an intense transformation process. But I was gonna keep it a secret. I was gonna like not say anything about it and then just wait till like months and months down the line to where you all see. Like, I've always been the type to where, I mean, I've been through a few stages in my life where I'm in pretty good shape, but I've never done it intentionally. It's usually from a job that I'm working or something like that, you know? But if I'm doing it intentionally, and my diet, that's a big one. I have to eat 220 grams of protein a day. And I know that's not like a whole lot. Like there's a lot of other big bodybuilders out there that got to eat like way more than that, like 1,000 grams a day. But still, even at that, like cut back on carbs and eat like all protein. That's had my body real kind of like screwed up and confused, like, you know? But everything is starting to shift into place slowly. And I was going to keep it a secret and not say anything, but I figured, I'll go ahead and share my little progress. Sorry, I've been kind of ignoring comments. Just started the treadmill? Yeah. See, my thing is I've been in and out of gyms and stuff like that for like the last year and a half. And I'm the type of person, I'm like goal oriented. If I can't see like a goal at the end of the horizon, it's really hard to motivate myself to get up and walk towards it. It's not that I won't, but if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, like I don't really know how to work out, then it's going to be really, really hard for me to stick with something when I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right, you know? I don't even know. And there's no way, like whenever you start doing something like that, you don't see results right away, you know? So, yeah, I said, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm done. I'm done trying to figure this out myself. I'm done trying to guess what kind of diet my body needs. I don't have a clue, you know? I'm gonna sign up with a trainer at the gym. And so far, it's been very good. Okay, here's another thing I wasn't really gonna say, but I'll go ahead and talk about it. I told the dude, because he didn't know I was a YouTuber. Like he's not like an internet junkie kind of guy, you know? So when I got to talk about what I do for a living, and he's like, man, I might want to pick your brain because I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I'm not really tech savvy. I don't know how to do it. I was like, well, I could very easily see helping you out if you ever decide, like, because he says, yeah, I want to be able to like market myself and have my own school one of these days and stuff like that. And I was like, that's a great way to start, you know? I would love to be able to promote his channel if he ever starts one. I don't know if he's going to, but yeah, he's he's a Scorpio too. That's the funny thing. Scorpio. So he's really, really intense, but I like his style. Look, here's how he does it. Check this out. I know I'm babbling, y'all. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes this morning. Here's what he does. He'll take me into the room. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, the most simple little shit, the most simple little that you would never think by looking at these little workouts that you are, dude, just burning every ounce of energy that you have. And he'll put me through one session of like yesterday, for example, he had me hug this big, fat, heavy ass medicine ball like this and just dip down and do squats like as deep as I can, as fast as I can for 60 seconds. And you think, oh, what's that? You know, that ain't gonna do nothing. Dude, like 30 seconds into it and I'm dying. I'm like, you know? So he'll send me through one session of some simple little high intensity movement. And then I'll be like, all right, take a break. And then I'm puffing and I'm sweating and I'm like, and then while I'm taking a break, he's saying motivational shit, you know? He's like going through all the motivational, you know, like this is what you gotta do, blah, blah, whatever. And like, I can't even really mimic exactly how he does it, but it's cool, you know? And I'm just kind of like, hey, that's cool. I like how he's doing that because now I'm feeling pumped to go another round, you know? And then be like, all right, hit it again. I'm like, again. Oh my God, my legs, I swear, dude, it just feels like somebody just poured gasoline on my lap and lit it on fire. And yeah, 3 sessions of those and then like some ball slams. It'd be like, all right, I want you to take the ball like this and then wind up and slam it on this side. And then wind up and slam it on this side. And I'm like, what's that gonna do? He's like 20 reps, as hard and fast as you can. 15 reps into it, I'm like, I can't move. And then we just keep doing that stuff back and forth on and off for like a half hour. After 30 minutes, I can't walk. I can barely, it feels like my legs are about to explode, and I'm just, so that's what I'm going through this morning. So I figured I would hop on here and chat about that a little bit. Anybody have any similar experiences? Body in motion stays in motion. Yeah, I guess. Scorpios are intense. Yeah, he's a cool cat though, man. He's a cool cat. I'm not doing any readings. I'm just sitting here fiddling with my cards. But nah, it is a very interesting, I'm looking forward to going further along down this process. And right now, I'm still kind of having to force myself, but I entered into it. By the time I made the decision, I said, you know what? I'm going to have this done right. No guessing, no maybe, oh, hopefully I might, no. I'm going to have this done right. I'm going to have somebody telling me what to do because I don't know, if I know something, y'all know. If I know something, you can't shut me up. I'll be talking all day about it. But when I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm dead silent. I'm a sponge. He asks me every day, you have any questions? I'm like, no, I'm still learning. I'm quiet. I'm like just soaking it all in. And I just can't wait to like 6 months from now, look back and be like, damn, man, I've come a long way, Who won the giveaway? Oh, I posted that on my community tab. Do y'all, if, I don't really know how this device shit works. I don't think, can y'all see my community post like on a laptop and shit? Don't like gyms. PX90? Oh, okay, like at home. I got a workout room here. In this house, of course, like I said, before we moved into this house, we didn't even get to see it. We had no clue really what we were getting into. We saw outside pictures and like some pictures of some of the rooms, but we ended up with this one room upstairs. It's pretty big. Upstairs, we have my 2 kids' rooms. My kids each have their own room, and then our bedroom, and then there's a hallway that leads down the hall upstairs. And then there's a guest bedroom, and then there's this huge, big ass, empty, what are we gonna do with this room, And I think it's meant to be like an upstairs living room. We could easily have 2 big families living in this house, and there'd be plenty of room and plenty of space. I'm not bragging it, but it is a huge house. This is a big ass house. And I didn't know what to do with that room, and it was bothering me. I was like, I don't really want this house to be all that incomplete. I just have this big, huge empty room we don't know what we're gonna do with it. So I turned it into a workout room for now, It's like a living room. It's an extra living room upstairs. You could fit, it's huge. You could fit a couch, probably a bed, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't have a closet in it. So it's not like a bedroom. You could turn it into a bedroom if you want to be a badass bedroom. But I turned it into a workout room, so I got a workout bench up there. I got a little mat. I got a little set of weights, just a little small set of dumbbells, and a little, one of them little steppy things that you step on it. What is it called? A little platform you step on. Got one of those too. And for now, that's what, that's where I work out when I'm not at the gym, and I just do. But that's the thing too, it's in between sessions, I'm hurting so bad, it's really hard to motivate myself to get up and do my push-ups in the morning and shit. Right now, boy, you don't know, man. But the cool thing too, I trailed off. I'm still waking up this morning, by the way, those of you who've just been listening to me babble. What I was gonna say is I've been in shape a few times, but not to my full potential. I'm a big frame dude. I'm not a small guy. I think I've heard some people get kind of surprised when they see me in real life. I'm a lot bigger than what I look on camera. I'm not a little dude at all. I'm not small. I'm about 6'1". Right now, I don't know how much I weigh. 220, 230, something like that maybe. I'm not a little dude. I'm a big frame dude, and I'm big and buff, you know? And I'm built to be big and meaty and muscly. And that's just the way my frame is built. But I've never wanted to be that big, the big, you know what I'm saying? I've never wanted to be like that. But now it's to the point to where it's like, you know what? If that's what my body's built for, and that's what happens, then fuck it, whatever. Whatever. If I get real big and muscly, fine. I don't care. Whatever, it is what it is. So, and I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. Every time I ever have like a physical job where you're doing a lot of arm work, within a few months, within 2 or 3 months, my arms go and like they're huge, you know? So I always wanted to be like the slim cut kind of shape. Nah, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, I'm back to doing personal readings. Back to the schedule, actually, Makes things easier. I just felt like it was like a sign from the universe, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to cut back on the personal readings. I was trying to cut back on that so I could do more on my channel. You know? I'd like to be able to do like at least 2-3 videos a day on my channel. So I was like, okay. We came up with this little idea. She said, okay, well, what if we do away with the schedule and we say same days only? They're not exactly cheap. So we didn't think that everybody would want to order a same day. You know? We didn't think that. Shit, my ass. My ass. The traffic doubled. It was nothing for me to have like 10 a day. And I'm like, fuck, dude, this is not working out at all. Like, at all. So after about a month of that, yeah, the money's nice, but I don't need it that bad. My number one goal isn't to make money here. That's not my number one goal, you know? I mean, don't get it twisted. I like the money that I make, but that's not my number one goal, is to make a bunch of money. I'm fine financially. I don't need more. You know, I have everything I need, so I'm not out to make a bunch of money. So we said, you know what, fuck it. We're gonna stop doing this. Obviously, it's a sign from the universe that I need to connect with people on a more personal level. I'm one of those people, I firmly believe I'm one of those people that I have knowledge that I need to get out in a very specific way. And it's much easier connecting. Like if I send you a reading and your name is the title of the video, and it's an unlisted video on this channel, this is the way I do it, and your name is the title and I say your name, you know, you're gonna connect to that a lot easier. If I'm saying your name and reading your situation and talking to you, that's gonna connect to you in a different way than it would you just seeing me talk to how many thousands of people watch my videos, you know, just generally. So I really feel like the universe is like, no, you have a very specific job and you're not getting out of it. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't complain about the growth of my channel. What's today's date? Today is the 15th. Okay, so 2 weeks from today will mark 2 years ago that I sat down and recorded my first tarot card reading videos. So I just cracked 200,000 a couple of weeks ago. So I'm fine with that. Whatever. I think that growth is just fine for me. I don't need it to go any faster than that, you know. I know there's a lot of people out there that their goal is to like get the biggest channel the fastest, and whatever. That's not my job, obviously. You know, it's not my job. So I just took that, like I said, a sign from the universe to where it's like, okay, all right, well, I just got to keep doing it the way I've been doing it then, you know. So back to the schedule. I like it better that way though, y'all. I like the schedule better. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing each day. And not only that, but we've stopped scheduling me on the weekends, you know, because that's our family time. We always go out and do something on the weekends. We'll take the kids out to something. Like a few weeks ago, we took them to this big indoor trampoline park, you know. We went to Cowabunga Bay in Vegas. Was that last weekend or the weekend before? I think it was the weekend before last. I think so. We went to Cowabunga Bay, and it's this big outdoor water park here in Vegas. And so we're always doing stuff on the weekends, family stuff. So we cut back scheduling on the weekends, and I don't know, I just like it better that way. I like it better. And she's the one that handles all that. Like I said, Leah is the backbone of this business. She's the backbone. There's no way I'd be able to. I get overwhelmed, because I don't know, to me, just this is an insanely incredible amount of information that I have to process every day. And I know there's some readers out there that they handle all their own scheduling and they do it all themselves. Man, hats off to you. I don't see how. I would not be able to read for my channel and then deal with all the emails and then deal with all of my scheduling and go through. I'm just not. I can't. My head. There's just too much shit going on in my head. It's too loud. It's very loud up here. So, who was that on the hat? Anyway, one person to do it all seems overwhelming. Yep. And that's Leah. She does it all. I have no clue. Oh shit, my kids are up. Oh well. They're up. They're probably gonna be coming down here. Daddy, is it breakfast time? Not yet. I don't even know what time it is. No, well, I know it's not breakfast time. It's not 9 a.m. yet here in Vegas. So, anyway, though, yeah, I don't really have anything specific to talk about. I just was up this morning and said, you know what? Let me get on here and say what's up to everybody. Taking a social media break too. That's another big one. I forgot to tell you about taking a social media break. Yeah, it's just really mind-numbing, I can still post on my Facebook page, but I deleted my Facebook app, so I can't see what anybody else is doing. Oh, and that's a big change too. It's probably another reason why I'm on here, because we get into that habit. It's just like a habit. I don't even think about it. I do it completely subconsciously. Pick your phone up and open up social media, Facebook, Instagram, something like that, And it's just right now, this year, it's just not the year to do that. It's just not the year to be all over social media all the time because, I don't know, like back in the day, I miss social media when it was motivating, Like I was telling Leah last night, everything that I've created today, everything that I have where I am, I got all of my motivation on social media. Different people I would follow. You know what I'm saying? I got all my motivation to do what I'm doing today on social media. But right now in 2020, ain't motivated to do nothing. If anything, it does the opposite. It takes your motivation away, And it's just very, very, I don't really want to say brainwashing. For some people it is. For some people it definitely is. But as far as me, not really brainwashing. It's just more like, this again, this again. Oh, we're talking about this again. You're still talking about this. Come on now. Let's get on to something progressive. Let's motivate each other. And it's not. Everybody just wants to fight and argue and tear each other down. And it's just like, man, you know what? Leah's like, because Leah took a social media break. Yeah, 2020 needs to be done already. Right. Leah took a social media break, and she said, I think you need to too. I think you need to take a social media break. I'm like, okay, it wouldn't hurt to try it. So yeah, I'm a few days into my little social media break. I mean, like I said, I can still post on my Facebook page. If any of y'all who have a page, not a profile, but an actual page, I have an app for that. But all I can see is what I've posted. I can't see what anybody else is doing. So yeah, changing up my routines, staying kind of more in the moment. I know I'm on the internet now, but for the most part, I'm kind of soaking more of life in, You know what I mean? So, anywho, I seem to be the only motivating person on your social media. Right, Amanda. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good because, man, I'm gonna tell you what, boy. It just seems like it's so easy to fall into the trap. So easy. Got to keep yourself motivated. And I'm not going to say anymore. Let's just say that this year is just not really the year to look to social media for motivation. Not really, because there's too many traps. There's too much shit you can fall into. Start following the wrong things. One little wrong article. You read one wrong article, it gets you mad, and you'll be mad for hours sometimes over reading an article, you know? This year is the year, I think, to go within, you know? Whether you realize it or not, whether you want to or not, you're going to be forced to go inside. Forced to go inside and deal with a lot of shit, you know? And that's good. It's not fun, but it's good, you know? So, anyway, yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. That's all I really want to say about that. Other than that, though, I don't think I have any work to do today. There's nothing printed out for me here. Oh, this right here is my little box. Leah prints out my work and sticks it in this. So when I get up in the morning, I can come, and unless she forgot to print something out last night, I don't think I have any readings today. Oh, trolling your negativity. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to say too much. But it is definitely a year in which going inside is the most important thing you can do this year. Most important thing you can do, okay? Because you're not going to find the answers out here anywhere. No, there's a lot of people, I guarantee you, there's at least one person watching this now, or who will, when the playback is up, that is forced to go through a transformation process that they don't want to go through. You know? That's one big thing about 2020. I mean, I think we all have to one extent or another, but I know that there's some spiritually dead asleep people that 2020 was like a splash of cold water in the face, you know? Like a splash, like whoosh, the universe is like, pop, 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 pop. You know, wake up. Wake up. This life is not what you thought it was. This world is not what you thought it was, you know? So, going inside has been really helpful, other than wearing the masks. Don't absolutely hate 2020. Yeah, I agree. I feel you on that right there. I'm not going to really go in depth into all that, you know. I would love to go into it, and we'll talk about it, man. Once 2020 is over, we'll talk about it, okay? But right now, it's just best to mind my own business right now, you know? Just best to mind my own business. I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? I see the game that's being played. And honestly, I don't really feel, at first there for a little bit, I felt like, oh my God, I gotta help wake everybody up. But now I'm like, whoa, no. I'm looking around everywhere I go. I see people who see through the bullshit. People see through the game, you know? It scared me. At first I got scared. I was like, man, people ain't falling for this shit, are they? Really? Oh my God, the fucking planet's this dead asleep? People waking up. People are waking up and seeing what's going on. It's so blatantly obvious. If you are one of those types of people, you can't see what's going on right now, I don't know what to tell you. You want to be asleep. You're demanding and begging to be asleep. If you can't see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? You're demanding and begging to stay spiritually dumb and asleep. And at that point, if that's what you want, then cool. There's nothing I can say that's going to help you. There's nothing I can say that's going to make you feel any better. You know that somebody is really wanting to experience 3D human life when you try to tell them something that is good news, that'll make them feel better. And they fight you, and they demand to be in fear, and they demand to be, scared. And they belittle you for not being in fear. They belittle you for not being scared. That's when it's like, you mean you want to feel this way? I'm literally giving you like all the evidence you need to not be afraid, not be in fear. And you're fighting me? Like you want to be afraid and you want to be in fear? Okay, well you go have fun being in fear and being afraid then. All right. Sounds like a winner. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Anywho, Yeah, I shuffle out of habit. Boop, boom, 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 boom. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. I don't know if I'm going to stay on for a full hour. Misery loves company, so does happiness. Happiness loves company too. I get it, but I don't know. I don't really want to talk a whole lot on all that, right? Like I said, we will. Just give it time and we'll talk about 2020 when it's over. Anyway, yeah, so I don't really have anything specific to talk about. Not really. I just wanted to hop on and say, hey, I'm still kicking. Haven't been public in a few days. That's another thing that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the scheduling. I like the personal readings, but I do like to be like public more often than I am. But if I got to dedicate so much energy a day and I got to get my personal readings out of the way. And I just, you don't know. It's so surprising how much energy this takes out of you. You have no idea when you're really reading, not people who are just talking just to try to fit the part. When you're genuinely reading and I remember talking about this on a live like a year and a half ago. Those of y'all who have been watching me chat on this channel for a couple years now, I said, I feel like a baby snake. You know how they say the baby snakes are the deadly ones because they don't know to only put a couple of drops of venom in you. They squeeze and empty the whole sack. That's still how I am when I read. I have not found that venom sack control when I read. When I read, I take all of my energy and just all my energy. And I don't know how to I'm just going to use a little energy here. I don't know how to do that, When I get to reading and it hits me, oh, you got to say this. Of course, I know that I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius with a Virgo moon and a Virgo rising and a Venus in Pisces, okay? But inside, all of my other planets are fire signs. I have 3 planets in Sagittarius and 1 planet in Aries. So I got a little fireball deep inside of me. And that fucking fireball, dude, when it gets to, it can take a while to get it going, but man, I got this fire that burns inside of me that I don't know how to put it out. I don't know how to dim it. I don't know how to dim it down, And I just, whenever I get into something that I'm passionate about, it's just like, I don't know any other way to explain it. I'm making a lot of noise and shit. But yeah, so when I do readings, it drains me, man. I always used to, back before I started doing this for a living, I used to watch the other readers and I'm like, draining, flipping cards, whatever. Oh, it does. Oh, it does, man. Oh, it does. Absolutely. So, anywho, probably hop off here in a couple of minutes. Anyway, have a tarot reader who is honest and doesn't sugarcoat things. I know. Like I said, like I've said before, I don't know what any other tarot readers are doing anymore. I have no idea. So sometimes I feel reluctant to speak on this because I don't know what other readers are out there. I don't know what other readers have gotten big with big channels. I have no idea what any other readers are doing. But the last time I looked, which was months and months and months ago, it seems like most of the readers, several months ago, care more about how they're perceived than actually. You can almost feel the diffidence. You can almost feel the reluctance to say something because they're afraid of making people mad, And I can't. I don't know. My number one job is not to be popular. My number one job is not to make money. Don't get me wrong. I like the popularity and I like the money, but those are not at the top of my priority list. They're not. Absolutely not. I would rather tell you the truth and piss you off because I know it's helping you. I know you need to hear it than say, oh no, I don't want to make people mad. No, they're mean comments in the comment section. They're just going to ruin my life. So I can't say this. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. I cannot. man, boy, I've pissed some people off. Y'all know this. Oh man, I've pissed people off bad. Oh well, I know. I can look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, well, if you're pissed off at me, that's on you, because I am telling you what you need to hear. What you need to hear. You don't think that same thing was done to me? You don't think my mentors and my teachers and my gurus and whatnot, even my personal trainer, when he'll say things that I need to hear that I don't want to hear. Same thing was done to me. Nobody coddled me up to the position that I'm in today. Oh, hell no. No. So that's why I have the approach that I have. You know, I care about the awakening of the planet. I do. I care about that. That's my number one job, is to remind you who you really are and to let you know why things are the way that they are, you know, and let you know how creation really happens. Because wouldn't you say, how many people come and watch tarot card readings because their life is just, rainbows and unicorn farts, right? No, we don't come to this because our life is good. We come to this as like this last ditch effort to try to figure out what happened, man. This is like, I can't figure it out. It's not working right for me. Metaphysics is my last ditch effort to try to figure it out. So obviously something's wrong. Obviously we're not creating what we want to create. Obviously we're not experiencing what we want to experience. You know, our love life's fucked up. Our finances are fucked up. And I can't have somebody come to me and ask me, you know, why haven't I found the love of my life? Without me telling you, okay, well, the reason is because here's the truth about the dimension that we live in. Here's the truth. You've been programmed to use your own powers against yourself. And I'm not going down a conspiracy wormhole. Not getting into all that right now. Part of being a human, you have to agree to a certain programming, a certain vibrational programming. And you are in amnesia. You don't remember who you really are. You don't remember your higher self. You don't remember any of the other side, you know? So that's just part of being a human. We are programmed so far away, our focus so far away from who we really are and the nature of this reality that we're in, that we forget it. We totally forget it. We totally, completely forget. And we work against ourselves. Like a dog chasing his tail, going around in circles, you know? And that's just the way I can't say it's in our nature. It's not really in our nature, but it is programmed in us very early on, before we even have a clue, before we can even count our own fingers. It's getting programmed into us, you know? So undoing that, I'm going to have to tell you a lot of things that you probably do not want to hear, you know? But again, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I knew that people were coming to me, paying money, and I was lying to them. You know what I mean? Like if you come to me, you spend money, you don't spend money. You don't just go throw money around and say, oh, well, I don't really care. Let me just make a paper airplane out of this $100 bill and just throw it and see how far it goes. Oh, well, you know, we don't do that. You know? So I wouldn't be able to live with myself if like somebody came to me for a reading and I was just like, I don't want to make this person mad. I better sprinkle sugar on it so they're happy. I wouldn't, you know, knowing that I told them the wrong thing and knowing what the truth was, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You know, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Decided to stop fighting life. Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, you don't want to fight life. The universe is like water. Behaves just like water. If you ever want to know, how do I function in this universe? Think of water. If you put your hand in the water and just move it slowly like this, nothing, no big deal. But the harder you fight against the water, the more resistance you get. If you jump off a bridge, that water becomes concrete, right? The universe drowns those who make themselves heavy and lifts those up who make themselves light. Think of water. Everything flows like water. Okay? So, yeah, it's best not to fight. That can be hard. That can be really hard. That can be very difficult. But you know, well, the main thing that I teach people how to do, ooh, speaking of which, High Priestess just fell out of my deck right here. What I teach people how to do is learn the difference between ego and intuition, okay? We have to understand, if you want to get in touch with your intuition, you have to understand your ego. A lot of people don't even really understand how the ego works, you know? You in the spiritual community, you have people say, as soon as somebody on a spiritual path hears the word ego, they automatically think bad. No, not bad, unless you do bad things with it, you know? But you have to understand your ego if you want to get in touch with your intuition. And one of the things that the biggest thing the ego does is it gets scared because it wants to control the show. And essentially, to like summarize it, you have to get your ego to trust your intuition. Well, how do you do that? What is the ego good at doing? The ego is very good at collecting facts and data and drawing conclusions. That's one thing the ego is good at doing. So what do we have to do? We have to prove to the ego that the intuition knows what the fuck it's talking about. How do you do that? The ego loves evidence. The ego wants to see the evidence. That's when the ego, wouldn't you say that's true? That's when the ego takes a step back and says, now I feel better, is when it sees the evidence. Wouldn't you say that's true? Well, how do you show the ego evidence of something it can't prove? You have to fucking deal with the fear for a little bit. The ego gets scared when it don't know what's going on. That's just what it does. It's just what it does. We could go into explaining why and debate that all day, but that's not important. That's what the ego does. The ego gets scared when it has no sense of foresight, when it can't see what's coming, when it feels like it's not in control of what's going on, the ego gets scared. Well, you know, 95% of the time, your higher self is telling you things that your ego that this little brain would never be able to figure out. You have to trust it. You just have to trust it. And after a while, the ego, if you just deal with that fear and follow that voice, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? And you just don't let those fear responses make any decisions for you. You just deal with the fear and just swallow it long enough to get that result. The ego is going to start going, that weird little voice, it knows a thing or two. I can't figure this out. But every time we listen to that little voice, it works. That's when the ego will start to go, you know what? I'm going to chill. I'm going to step back and I'm going to relax, you know? Love when I talk about this. My voice in your head? Okay, well, that's cool. I'm glad it helps. Thank you, Stephanie, for the positive feedback. Appreciate it. You can tell I'm educated. Thank you, I appreciate it. My education did not come easily. It did not come easily. Okay, like I know it sounds good, you know, I would love to be able to like sit and stroke my own ego and say, I'm so wise, I'm so knowing and all this shit, like most Aquarians do. But to be 100% honest with you, it was like the bit of wisdom that I do have didn't come to me easy. I wouldn't wish some of the things that I've lived through on my worst enemy. No, I would not. You know, so yeah, if you want to be wise, beware. The universe is going to drag you through some shit. You know what I mean? So, oh well. School of Hard Knocks, that's what's up. Absolutely. Been studying the law of attraction for 10 years. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. I like that feedback. I mean, I didn't study it that long. I've only been studying it for, oh, good God, about 4 years now. But I knew, because once you start playing with it, you know, you start manifesting little things here and there, and you start to see, like I said, you start getting evidence of, dude, this thing works. So I can figure out how to manifest something small. How do I manifest something big? You know, and that was what my insatiable thirst was to try to figure out. Like, if this is as real as they say it is, which I am starting to believe, because I'm seeing the evidence in my life, little things here and there, I'm going to manifest something huge. Watch me, you know. So I just made it my life's work to figure out everything there was to figure out about the true nature of the law of attraction and how it really works, you know? And it's so easy, y'all. Man, it's so easy. At the end of the day, once you get yourself out of the way, it's not easy at first. I call it the hump, is what I call it. Like I said, the ego likes evidence. The hardest thing to get yourself to do is to believe in something you have no evidence of. That's really hard. That's why faith is more powerful than you know. But once you get over that first hump, big hump, and you start to see big results in your life, like there is no logical way to pass off the things I've manifested on luck. Oh, he got lucky. No, no, absolutely not, you know? And even people who do just get lucky, those are the types of people who don't really need manifestation explained to them. There are a lot of natural manifestors out there. They don't even realize what they're doing. They don't even have a clue. And that is what we're moving to. We are unwiring the old human way of thinking. And within the next 10 to 20 years, manifestation is going to be common sense. We're not even going to be sitting and talking about it like this. It's going to be like, well, yeah, duh. You know, it's going to be like talking about gravity. It's like back in the day, whoa, do you not believe what goes up must come down? Oh my God. You know, and now it's just like, well, duh, why are we talking about that? Same thing with manifestation and attraction. In the next couple decades, watch. It's going to be common sense. Everybody's going to know that. Well, duh, you know, the power that your mind has, you know, so I am happy to assist in that process, you know. And it's cool too that when I actually, because every now and then the ego voice does get at me and it's just like, what if I'm telling people the wrong thing? And it seems like every time I start to trip on that thought, that's when people write me and they're like, oh, you will not believe what I manifested. And I'm like, sweet, awesome. It does work. I knew it. Sweet. I didn't make it up though, y'all. The things that I teach, I didn't make up. I learned it just like I'm teaching y'all. Just like I'm teaching you. I learned it and I went through it and I had to do the same things. You know, once you learn to give your trust over to the universe, which is always a challenge, it's a daily challenge. It gets easier as time goes on. But once you learn, then I can't personally say, maybe one of these days I'll reach this arrival point to where I feel like I've mastered it. But so far, I've only been doing it for a few years. It's still it's like a lifestyle. It's a daily kind of challenge that's easier now than it was 4 years ago. But, you know, it's just evolution. I have yet to see any evidence that supports that evolution is ever done. I don't think you're ever done evolving. I don't think so. The only time you're done evolving is when you stop and say, okay, I'm going to sit here in this comfort zone for the rest of my life. Then you're done evolving, I guess. But, you know, up until that point, it's all on you. Saturday videos in my garden. Yeah, I'm not outside right now. I'm looking outside though. Look, that's my backyard. Kind of small, but yeah, I kind of got my little cactus garden going on out there. Do I think daily scripting is helpful? Well, it depends on what you're using it for. See, it really depends, like the affirmations and stuff like that. See, here's the thing. I've had a lot of very successful law of attraction people say that, you know, that's not helpful. But I would like to challenge that because I think it can be if you're using it the right way. See, the biggest mistake that we have is we don't know where the universe is. That's the biggest mistake we have. Where is the universe? Most of us believe and treat the universe like it's in our outside world somewhere, up in the sky. There's a lot of people think that there's a God sitting in the clouds, like it's separate from you, like it's out here. And in that case, no, absolutely not. Affirmations and scripting and stuff like that. Because if you think that you are speaking to this outside force that's gonna, does that make any sense? The universe, you have to understand what you're doing is you're reprogramming your own subconscious mind. You're reprogramming your own beliefs. You're programming yourself is what you're doing. You're undoing your old programming and reprogramming something new. And as long as you're putting forth the effort to say, okay, well, here's the belief system that I have. It's just like any habit. I don't care what the habit is. I don't care if it's a good habit, a bad habit, smoking, drinking, going to the gym, starting a new diet, setting your alarm clock at a different time every morning. I don't care. Any habit. It's the same part of you. It takes time to wire it in. It takes time. Over and over and over consistently every day, over 3, 6 months, a year. After a while, you no longer have to force those thoughts. After a while, they're wired into your subconscious, and it's just part of you. That's the new you. Same thing with any habit. So in that case, if you're using scripting and affirmations and stuff like that for that, then yes, absolutely. We have stuff. I got stuff right here. Leah went all over the house and put little messages all over the house. And like everywhere you go, when you walk up to the fridge, you'll see something, some sort of little affirmation. Right here, I see something. Right there, and it's to program it into your subconscious. One of the things that I did, I took a $1 bill. This is back when I was making minimum wage. And with a red marker, I turned it into a $100,000 bill. And I just set it on my desk. And it sat there every day. I would just walk past it. It got to the point where I forgot it was there. You know how you have those little trinkets or whatever sitting up somewhere and you just kind of forget it's there. You walk past it every single day. You see it every day. You don't even think about it. Well, that's what that became. And I sat there for about a year and a half, 2 years. And I've met that goal. Let's just say that. I'm not going to talk about how much I make, but I've cracked 6 figures. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I believe that if you're using it the right way, then yes, it can be very helpful, if that answers your question. Anyway, probably gonna get out of here in a minute, y'all. I don't know what time it is, but here in the next little bit, I'm gonna have to cook the kiddos some breakfast, and my body's still on fire, y'all. Yesterday, that's probably one of the most intense workouts. My trainer likes to do that to me on Fridays. Probably because, it's like I'm going to be doing more rest than anything on the weekend. So he makes sure that he works my ass on Friday. Dude, I'm going to tell you what. I don't regret it. And I can't wait. I know it sucks right now. Like right now, it's like there's some days that I have to force myself to get up and go to my appointments. But I'm disciplined enough to keep going through it. And I just know for a fact that I'm going to be looking back like so glad that I put myself through this, So I ramped up yesterday. I added to my schedule. I was going 3 days a week, and I've added an extra day. Now I'm going to be doing 4 sessions a week with my personal trainer. And yeah, it's going to be transformative. Yeah, that's the word. You start getting results, it'll motivate me more. Yeah. But it's the process too. That's a big thing with when you're trying to manifest anything. If all you're going for is the results, you're heading in the wrong direction. Because the actual manifestation isn't the goal. I tell people this all the time in personal readings. The actual manifestation is not the goal. The results are an attraction of the goal. Like when it comes to love, the relationship itself isn't the goal you should be chasing. The relationship gets attracted to you once you step into the energy that is the goal. Same thing with money. All the money, if those of you who want to attract a bunch of money, that's not the goal. Money isn't the goal. Money is a result of meeting the goal, which is an inside thing. It's an inside thing. It's hard to explain. And for those of you who may have never really manifested the relationship you want or the money that you want or the body that you want, that's where I am, transforming my body. But I have manifested enough as far as love and money to where I do know that right now I'm not working towards a big fit, that's not the goal. There's something else that's the goal. I'm not 100% sure what it is right now, but I'm just trusting the process and trusting the dude who's like training me and putting me through all this, that it's a process. It's a transformative process. My body is moving differently. My body is getting used to different movements that it's never done. Dude, I'm 32 years old. I got some muscles screaming at me right now that I didn't even know I had, screaming at me. screaming at me, muscles that have never moved, I've never even put them through a day's work at all, because I didn't even know I had them. And that process in and of itself is very interesting. Very interesting. Let's just put it that way, you know? Oh, what's the goal? As far as what? As far as what? As far as working out? I don't know yet. I'm not sure what that goal is yet. Oh, money? The goal? Okay, well, what are we all after? What are we all really after? We're all after the same thing. Think about it. With money, love too, but we're talking about money. We're all after the same thing. We all want the same goal. It's one specific goal. Freedom. There you go. Freedom. To not have to worry about money. That's all we want. We just want money to not be a worry. Wouldn't you say that's true? That's the goal. I want money to not be a worry. I don't want to stress about money. Well, the trick is to get yourself there first. You gotta get that first. You gotta stop worrying about money first. And then doorways will start opening for you. But you gotta walk through them. You gotta walk through them. You know? You can't just do it all with your mind and expect a briefcase with $1 million to grow legs and come knock on your door. It doesn't work that way. You gotta walk through the doors. But the goal, it's the goal. Yeah. I don't want to worry about money. I don't want money to be a stress. I don't want to have, when I see something I want, I just buy it and I don't worry about it. When my bills come up, I just pay them and I don't worry about it. When I go to get gas in my car, I don't even look and I don't have a clue. Dude, I don't even look at those when you ride down the road and you ride past the gas station. I don't have a clue how much gas is. Anytime somebody says, well, how much is gas over there? I don't know. I have no idea. I promise you, I'm not making this up. I have no clue how much gas costs in Vegas. I have no idea. I don't look at it. I don't care. I just pull up to a gas pump, swipe my card, and it says, approved, remove nozzle and begin fueling. And I just put it in there and click it on and wait until it goes, and then I just hang it up. I don't even know how much it costs to fill my car up. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I had to put myself in that mindset first. I was making minimum wage when I started tricking myself into that mindset. And that's tough. It's tough. It took me 2 years before any doorways started to open up for me, So yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to not worry about money. And then once you reach the goal, once you stop worrying about money, that's when it starts flowing to you. You start to realize that the money's not the goal. If you have created a bunch of debt for yourself, and you're freaked out, you're worried about all this debt you have. If I come and I dump a truckload of money on you, you know what that money's gonna do? It's gonna quadruple your stress and your debt. You're gonna create 5 times the debt that you think you have debt now. If you don't learn how to not let that fear and that worry control you, and I dump a bunch of money on you, you're gonna fucking multiply that stress and that worry like you never thought possible. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I learned this living under a bridge. A lot of you have heard me say this. Homeless people aren't suffering from lack of money. Oh no, oh hell no they're not. I've seen homeless people that make just as much, if not more money than people with jobs. They get a social security check that comes in every single month, and they stand out there and panhandle and just make bank. If you walked up under a bridge and gave a homeless man 10 grand, 10 grand will be enough to take any homeless man off the street and get him on the right track. He ain't gonna do that with it. He's going to throw a party and blow all that money and end up right back where he was to begin with, because money is not the goal. It's not the goal. It's not going to fix anything. It'll make things worse. This is what needs fixing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get it. Y'all will get it. But anywho, I think I am going to go ahead and get off here, y'all. Just a minute short of an hour. 59 minutes it just hit. So I'm gonna see, I heard a couple of thumps up there. My kids are up, so I'm gonna see what they're doing. And I don't know. I used to, every time I would get on here and chat, I would always say, I'm gonna chat more, and then never end up doing it. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit and promise that I'm gonna get on here and chat more. I want to, but I can't promise it. I may not, just kind of a spur of the moment decision. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'll see you later. Have a good one.